The scent of pine and cinnamon usually brings me joy, but on this particular Christmas day, the air in my son's home was thick with a toxic mix of expensive perfume and silent malice. I, Elinor 65, a widow and retired nurse, arrived at the suburban home of my son, David 40, a quiet, hard-working accountant, and his wife, Chloe 38, a corporate consultant. I was expecting a festive family brunch. What I found was a scene from a hostage drama. The enormous living room was packed with Chloe's entire sprawling, boisterous, and overwhelmingly privileged family, the Vance clan ***. They were laughing, drinking, and exchanging ludicrously expensive gifts, utterly dominating the space. My son, David, however, was nowhere near the center of the celebration. I spotted him in the far corner, tucked almost entirely behind an aggressively large Christmas tree. No, tasks, on taafala wa desarioging aglasap, collecting trash, and Atlas, and Tome of all, wearing an expression of absolute, defeated resignation. He was serving his own in-laws in his own house, looking more like a caterer than the homeowner. The moment that shattered my festive facade was when Chloe's mother, Gwendolyn 68, snapped her fingers at David, pointing at an empty glass, and saying in a loud, patronizing voice, "The help is slow today. Hustle, David, we need more Prosecco." David flinched, nodded meekly, and scurried off to the kitchen. That was it. My son was being held captive emotionally and socially, in his own home, used as the invisible servant by a family that viewed him as utterly beneath them. I walked straight past the celebrating Vances, ignoring their shocked stares, and followed David into the kitchen. I didn't yell, I didn't plead. I simply looked at the man who used to be my strong, happy son, and said 3 cold, clear words that confirmed our alliance. We leave now. Was I wrong to interrupt the largest family celebration of the year with an immediate, unscheduled, dramatic departure that would expose my daughter-in-law's decade of emotional abuse and launch a total, painful separation? Or was this the only way to save my son's soul and his financial future from a parasitic family? Tell me, if you saw your son being treated like a servant in his own home by his in-laws on Christmas, would you endure the day for the sake of peace, or would you orchestrate an immediate, irrevocable exit? My relationship with Chloe and the Vances had always been strained. Chloe is attractive, sharp, and highly manipulative. She views success purely through a lens of social status and material wealth. My son, David, met her in college, fell head over heels for a glamorous life, and has spent the last 10 years trying desperately to measure up to the Vances' impossible standards. The Vances are a family that runs on inherited wealth, professional arrogance, and aggressive social climbing. Gwendolyn, the mother, is the ringleader, a woman whose entire self-worth is based on belittling others. They had always treated David with thinly veiled disdain, constantly making remarks about his boring job and our family's modest, self-made lifestyle. Over the years, the subtle control evolved into full domination. Chloe insisted that all family gatherings be held at David's house because their own properties lacked the space and were too cluttered. This meant that David and Chloe bore the financial burden of hosting events for 20+ people multiple times a year, all while David was forced to perform all the manual labor because Chloe was too busy socializing, and the Vances believed hired help was too common. David desperate to keep the peace and feeling inadequate next to Chloe's successful family, just complied. This Christmas was the culmination of the decade-long abuse. David had spent the entire Christmas Eve decorating and preparing food. The Vances arrived, took over, and immediately relegated David to the role of invisible staff. He looked exhausted, hollow, and utterly broken. When Gwendolyn snapped her fingers and demanded the help hustle, I realized the social contract was permanently severed. This wasn't just rudeness. It was calculated humiliation designed to make David feel worthless. I followed David into the kitchen. He was standing by the counter, gripping the edge so hard his knuckles were white. "Mom, please, don't make a scene," he whispered, his eyes darting toward the living room entrance. "It's just for today. It's better if I just do what they want." "No, David, it is not better," I replied, grabbing his arm firmly. "This is not a home. This is a gilded cage, and you are not a servant. You are a man, and this is your house. We are leaving now. Grab your coat." "I can't just leave, Chloe." Chloe is currently accepting delivery of a $500 designer handbag from her father, David. "She isn't thinking about you. We are going now." I had come prepared. Months ago, I had sensed the growing emotional and financial disparity in their marriage. Chloe had become increasingly aggressive about controlling David's finances, even pushing him to remortgage the house to fund some of her lavish investment opportunities, which never materialized. David had confided in me that he was feeling trapped, and I, in turn, contacted my family lawyer, Mr. Harrison for preliminary advice. I had come to the dinner with a bag that contained my coat, a small gift, and more importantly, a copy of the initial divorce filing papers. I had helped David secretly prepare 2 weeks prior. He had only been hesitant to sign them because of the scene it would cause. We walked out the back door, leaving the Vances and Chloe mid-celebration. The quiet of the garage was deafening after the forced merriment. We drove straight to a nearby hotel I had reserved for this specific contingency. We sat in the hotel room, and David finally broke down, releasing 10 years of shame and suppressed rage. He looked at the divorce papers I pulled from my bag. "Mom, if I sign this, I lose everything. Chloe will take the house, the money, everything." "That, David," I said, sliding the papers and a pen across the table, "is where you are wrong. And that is why we are going to fight them." So that's the situation I was in. I rescued my son, David, from his own Christmas Day captivity, pulling him out of his house mid-celebration with his abusive in-laws. We were safe in a hotel room, and the divorce papers were on the table. David was terrified of losing the house and his assets to Chloe's sharp legal maneuvering. However, I had a specific, devastating piece of evidence, a recorded conversation, that I had been keeping secret for months. Before I tell you about the recorded conversation that served as the final, absolute nail in the coffin of Chloe and the Vances, I want you to pause and comment below what you would have done in my shoes. Would you have encouraged David to try and salvage the marriage and avoid financial war, or would you have pushed him to sign the papers and use the hidden evidence to launch total war? I chose total war. The abuse was too profound, and David's self-worth was too damaged to endure even a protracted legal battle without every advantage. David signed the divorce papers that night. The next day, Christmas morning, was spent with Mr. Harrison, filing the papers and attaching crucial evidence. The hidden evidence was a conversation I had managed to record 3 months prior. I had flown down unexpectedly to visit David, who was sick in bed. I overheard Chloe on the phone with her mother, Gwendolyn, discussing the family's finances. Chloe recorded audio. The equity release will solve everything, but David is getting nervous about remortgaging. "Don't worry, Mom. He's so predictable and desperate to impress you all. I tell him it's for an investment, and he signs. Honestly, I only needed his income and his credit score to stabilize my own assets. He's completely useless otherwise, and once he signs the papers for the new house, we can finally dump him. He never saw the prenuptial agreement was designed to protect my family's wealth from his meager contribution. The audio file was a legal goldmine, proof of fraudulent inducement, financial manipulation, and clear, malicious intent to deceive him into making detrimental financial decisions. It completely invalidated any prenuptial agreements and established Chloe's long-standing predatory intent. The Vances were basking in their post-Christmas glow when Mr. Harrison, the lawyer, served Chloe with the divorce papers, the injunction freezing all joint assets, and the formal inclusion of the audio recording as evidence of financial fraud. The reaction was immediate and explosive. Gwendolyn called me, screaming about invasion of privacy and dirty tricks. I answered, my voice calm and firm, "Gwendolyn, you called my son the help. You used your daughter to financially exploit him. The audio isn't a trick, it's a confession. And I am not seeking to invade your privacy, I am seeking to prosecute your fraud." The Vances, accustomed to intimidating people with their social standing, crumpled instantly when faced with criminal liability. They were not just facing a messy divorce. They were facing exposure of a calculated scheme that could result in disbarment for Chloe and massive legal fees for the entire family. The climax was the mediation session 2 weeks later. The Vances brought their shark lawyer, but when Mr. Harrison played a short excerpt of the recording, the part where Chloe admits David is completely useless otherwise, and they plan to dump him, the entire room went silent. The Vances knew they couldn't risk the full recording being played in court. The public shame and professional consequences for Chloe were too severe. The settlement was total and swift. 1. The house. David retained the family home, with Chloe receiving only a minimal payout, specifically reduced due to the fraudulent inducement evidence. 2. The assets. David recovered all assets he had been tricked into liquidating, and Chloe was held liable for her debts. 3. Annihilation. The Vances' reputation, already fragile, suffered a massive blow within their elite circle when the truth of Chloe's financial predation leaked. "I didn't just save my son, I handed him back his entire life." David, finally free, resigned from his accounting job and started his own successful small business, happy and respected. He now hosts Christmas in his home, but the only family invited is the one that truly loves him. The Vances learned that you should never snap your fingers at the help, especially when the help has a mother with a long memory and a hidden recording device. Like this video if you believe a mother's protection is the strongest force in the world. Subscribe for more stories where the quiet son gets the ultimate financial freedom. Share your final thoughts on the Vance clan's Christmas spirit in the comments section below. I'll see you all in the next story.